Hi Marco, it's Bev. Okay, let's take a look at your corrections. The issue of communication between household members has grown in importance over the past 2 decades. Some people think, take away the S, some people think that today's families communicate less in comparison with those of the past. This point of view will be discussed further using examples to support my arguments. Okay? Firstly, the advent and popularity of the internet has worsened communication. I wouldn't say worsened, but reduced, okay, communication opportunities between parents and children. Even though the web does have numerous benefits, it often becomes an easy replacement for real-life interactions. For example, instant messaging, mobile phones, and immediate access to the internet. I would take that worldwide web, just put one, okay? Access to the internet. You're talking about easy access, so it's singular, has become increasingly common. This is true even during social events such as parties and people just spending time together. Furthermore, a large number of psychologists have reported cases of teenagers who are very active on social media, but at the same time displaying, I would say, serious communication problems with their parents. Secondly, television does nothing to help the situation. The statement is supported by evidence, take away that the continual stream of information and the great entertaining power of television does not allow viewers to engage. That does not allow, but it detracts from, it tends to, I would want the opposite word of, it tends to reduce or does not permit or encourage people, viewers to engage in conversations with those around them. Okay? The TV itself, television itself doesn't have the power to allow or not to permit. Okay, but the very fact that it's available, we tend to not engage in conversations. Okay, because it acts almost as a constant distraction with those around them about their own life and personal concerns. This is even more alarming if, for instance, we consider the positive evaluation of the social consequences of television that Australian parents have expressed, during a 2007 national survey. To conclude, both everyday life experiences and academic research indicate the decrease in personal communication between family members today, especially in those households where the internet and television play a prominent role. Very good. Okay, let me just check your word count that you're on target there. Okay, we're sitting at 291. That's good. No problem. Okay. All right. So good corrections. Just watch again some of your subject plural agreements, and be very careful when you talk about television that you don't express it as a person. People allow things. Television itself cannot. Okay, but overall very good. Standing as it is now, you would stand a very good chance of getting a 7. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at your list of errors that you put down here. That's fine. Okay. And you take out the have. Children parents expressed. Okay. Looks good. Good. All right. Let's take a look at your copyright laws essay. Okay. So the issue of copyright has grown in importance over the past years. You could say in recent times, or over the past 2 decades. Okay? On the one hand, some people think that these legal limitations are detrimental to creativity. Lovely word, detrimental. On the other hand, others think that these restrictions are actually beneficial. Okay, I wouldn't use the word restrictions here, I would say regulations, because we want to sound more positive. Okay. Firstly, Common sense suggests that a society without any copyright rules would face several difficulties. For example, take away the cases of plagiarism would increase drastically. Moreover, society, instead of promoting creativity, would be continually engaged in the resolution of problems such as piracy. Okay, take away like influences such as piracy. Therefore, a total lack of copyright regulation, okay, or guidelines, I think is the word maybe what you use here, may not prove to be a positive development in our society. Okay. Secondly, it is also true that copyright should not be so restrictive so as to restrain inspiration and creativity. Today, more and more people seem to hold this view, okay, or are of this opinion. Right? For example, several music bands and songwriters have decided to make available to the public domain many of their songs. Lovely, public domain, excellent. Some of them have justified their decision, saying that they hope and believe that their free material will be able to stimulate the inventiveness of those young people who intend to pursue the same career. Okay? Thus, copyright laws should not limit the freedom that people have toward those products that they have created. In conclusion, I believe that it is fair to recognize the merits and to protect the rights of artists, writers, and so on. Copyright legislation is the only way to reach this goal. However, I also think that there should be a balance between copyright and the desire of those individuals who want to make available their material for free in order to benefit the growth of new generations. Take a look at that. Very, very good essay. Excellent. Okay, you get an 8 for this. 1 or 2 bit of tidying up here and there, and definitely get an 8. Okay, very, very, very good work. Okay, well done. Excellent. Let's take a look at your next task about calories amongst UK males. Alright. Okay. So, just check your word count. 195, that's fine, good. Alright. The bar chart provides data regarding 4 sources of calories that males living in the United Kingdom not use but consume during 3 different periods of their life. I wouldn't use existence. Existence has some very negative connotations. We're going to have a look at the different ways to use them. Okay, alright, and I wouldn't put, okay, you've got from men, you'd say in men aged up to the age of 24. Okay, and I put up to the age of 24. Okay. The bar graph shows that men up until the age of 24 consume their greatest amount of calories from dairy. Okay. This is followed by meat and vegetables at 20% each. The remaining quantity of calories, about 18%, is taken from pulses. Okay, the consumption of meat increased. Okay, it's past tense, drastically in men between the ages of 25 and 49. In fact, this food provided half of the calories to this category, to this age group. Okay. At the same time, dairy intake was reduced by almost half, while pulses of vegetables while the consumption of pulses and vegetables was 10% and 15% respectively. Okay, stick to what is on the graph. Okay, and we're not talking about the category is age groups and food groups, and the main thing that we're talking about is UK males. Okay, so be careful just to keep that in mind. Concerning those males over the age of 50, pulses became the main source of calories. Okay, one does not use it as this context, okay? At a percentage of 65%, at 65%. The intake of meat or the consumption of meat was significantly reduced to 20%. However, this age group showed the lowest intake of calories from vegetables and dairy. In conclusion, it can be seen that dairy was the main source of calories for males in the United Kingdom between below the age of 24. And for those between 25 to 49 years old, it was meat, and pulses for those men aged over 50. Okay, so just be sure to be clear about what your subject is and using the corresponding vocabulary. Okay, but overall for this you would get 6. Okay, but just go and look at how to talk about age groups. Okay, and look at some various ways to talk about that, and go and look at some vocabulary for consumption, for eating, for using, and remember that this is in the past tense. Okay, so because it's to be sure to use the appropriate grammar for that. Okay, but overall very good word indeed. Okay, well done, Marco.